Hey everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. So Liverpool's home kit for the 22-23 season has been revealed, and we've been very fortunate enough to get hold of both versions of the shirt. You've got what was once classed as like the elite version, which is effectively the match day player version of the shirt. You've got also the fan version, effectively, which is the slightly cheaper, slightly less detailed, slightly less technologically advanced version of the shirt. And what I always think interesting about this one is we're going to have a little bit of a closer look and see what the difference is between the two shirts. First and foremost, let's be totally upfront about it. The difference is price, first and foremost. This is the normal version. That is the £69.95 version, as it were. And on the other side of me right here is the player version of that, which retails at £99.95, which, let's be perfectly honest, is an eye-watering sum of money. However, one thing I thought was really interesting about this is Liverpool have actually frozen the prices on the kit, and they get a lot of stick. And look, there's no way anyone's going to sit here and say £100 for a football shirt is an acceptable amount of money, particularly given everything that's going through. But what Liverpool have done is actually kept the prices the same for the last couple of years. Nike themselves have actually put the prices up. So if you get it from elsewhere, it's actually more expensive, which is it's a small touch, and no one's going to be, you know, getting FSG in t-shirts printed up because Liverpool haven't put the prices up on already really expensive shirts. But the fact remains, it's a small touch, but a nice touch nevertheless. As you can see, what Liverpool have had with the Nike kits in particular the last couple of years, there's been a significant difference between the two versions of the shirt. The Vapor version has always had loads more going on. I think about the first couple of home shirts we've had, where particularly the first season one with the green trim, where it was a significant and noticeable difference between the two shirts because it had more of a pattern built into the material. The sort of standard version felt really plain and just it didn't have a lot going on for it. Last season was slightly different. We've actually got last season's shirts in the background because it had, in fact, I've got them here, because it had the zigzag patterning on it. It was obviously, there was more going on for the shirt. That's the Vapor version of last year's, and you can see obviously it's a little bit more. It was a little bit more of a tapered fit. But it's been a concern of mine in the difference between the shirts sometimes is that you just look like you're wearing a cheaper version, whereas they've actually got a little bit more going on this year. And yes, the pattern is significantly more noticeable on the Vapor version. There's loads more going on there. It looks like it's got abs. The shirt has got abs. So if anyone's looking for abs, then it's got that. And then obviously the other version is a much more plain. But if we get in close on that, it actually does, it does actually still have a pattern within the material, which is pretty cool. So it feels like this time around, the standard version of the shirt is a bit more, actually looks a bit more premium than it has done in previous years. And obviously the noticeable, appreciable difference we've always got on this, which I always find fascinating, because on the player versions of shirts, when I was growing up, the player versions always had sewn on badges, whereas they move towards like the stick on ones, particularly under Addy in the 90s, whereas the standard version of it now actually comes with the sewn on live bed, and has done for a number of seasons now. So that's always pretty cool. Not great for the old nipple chafage, let's be perfectly honest on that, of course, but yeah, that is that. Whereas once again same for the Nike tick, but once again on the player version, it is stuck on, and it's a little bit less pronounced this year as well. But yeah, that's more plasticky, when it's got a nice soft rubber feel to it, and that's the same as the sponsors is on the shirt and for the Nike tick. So obviously you don't have that kind of rubbing thing where you on your all precious nipples. Actually, I've just got a theory on this. Yeah, so I'll just get the Vapor version from last season, and just in terms of the colour actually, so you can have a little comparison. So actually Liverpool have gone darker again on the shade, but what you had, and you've had this for a couple of years, the badges on the Vapor were very raised, very hard to see this, but they were a lot more three-dimensional, and I always thought they were a bit more prone to snagging and what have you, whereas they're far more of just a plain old transfer. They're far less three-dimensional than they have been in previous years. But that's interesting, isn't it, in terms of the colour, the colour difference. It's not loads darker, but it certainly is. In fact, it's slightly more akin to previous seasons. So yeah, so that's that interesting point. What we've also got, by the way, if we can check it out, we've got the socks, because people always want to know what the socks look like. We can do an official unboxing of them. I'll say unboxing, unpackaging of them. Oh yes. So there we go. Sound cool. Yep, and for those of you who are big fans of this, and I know I am because I'm not really badly OCD, but it does in fact tell you, as always, which foot it is you've got. That is the left, in case you get mixed up. For years we've had the little L's and R's and whatever, and that is the right side. And they've got this cool like grey stripy pattern. It's got big Christmas sock vibe, if we're being perfectly honest on this. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the shorts, because there is a difference between the shorts as well. So let me make sure I've got the right ones on this. I think these are the standard ones. Ooh, slim fit shorts. Be aware for anyone who's for the thick among us, that's an issue. Yeah, they are those ones, and let me just get the other ones out so we've got a point of comparison. And similar to the home shirt as well, so there's actually quite a significant difference in the shorts on these ones. So these are they, and again the pattern on the Vapor version is carried on into the shorts in the material, but the big difference actually is in the waistband. So if you can see this one, you can actually see through the waistband. You won't be able to see my eyes, but I can see you. Is that that? And it's a thinner waistband, whereas the standard version is much more just like a general short one. It's a nice thick corded banded thing. So there you go. In fact, yeah, I'm just checking one other point. There's no drawstring on the Vapor versions. So there you go. Make your decision based on that. Does it really matter? Does that look weird if you put them against there? I'm not sure anyone's really going to tell the difference, but yeah, if you want to know, then the pattern, yeah, does match up between those shorts and that shirt. There you go. Big question then, because I get asked this every single time. What's the difference between the fit? So without further ado, let's find out how they wear. Hey, so this is the standard version. I am pleased to see, for a man who has not really eaten or slept well for a month, the XL, which is both of these shirts, that's the standard version, and it is a very big, billowy fit on me. I found this with the Nike stuff actually, is that it tends to, I don't know if this is true across everything, but it tends to run quite large. I don't know, is that maybe an American thing? Not to cast aspersions toward an entire nation. But yeah, if you're looking for a more closer fit, I always fluctuate between large and XL in t-shirts and stuff. So all my t-shirts are XL, but in the Nike stuff, I've tended to find that the large is enough. But I also found last season that the Vapor version was quite in the large. So what we should do is try the other version. Hey, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, slightly more fitted in this version, of course, and as I can say, loads more detail going on with the shirt. Have they give me abs? They've not really given me the abs I was hoping for. Who knew you can't buy abs? Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit more work in the gym before I hit the beaches this summer. But yeah, what I'd say is, yeah, if you normally a XL in stuff, I think XLs will be a little, I've found the XLs to be a little too big, unless you wear an XL and it's like pure hench. No, so I would suggest I'm going to go for a large in this stuff this season, unless you really like a comfort fit. But yeah, that's slightly better because it is that more natural sort of fitted thing, and that's the idea. It's meant for players, and I am very much not a man with a player's physique. But yeah, there you go. That is that. If you've got any questions on the home kit this season, let me know in the comments underneath. And if you haven't ordered it yet and you want to, we have got an affiliate link. I don't really understand how affiliate schemes work, but If you click our link, which will be in the description underneath, we get a little bit of money every time someone purchases something from the official Liverpool store, so it helps us grow. It's basically magic that helps us do more stuff at Redmen. So if you haven't ordered it yet and you want to, then please do consider doing it through our affiliate link. As I say, it will be in the description underneath. But yeah, rate it out of 10 for me, please. And also, let's rank the 3 Nike home kits that we've had so far. So 1, 2, and 3. The one with the green, the one from this current season with the like the orangey zigzaggy bit, and this, where does it come, and where does it figure in the all-time, give me an all-time top 10 Liverpool home shirts as well. I'm undecided on it, if I'm being honest. I'm not a big fan of the collar. It's got a very 2005 to 2005, 2006 Istanbul FA Cup final vibe to it, with the way that it's done. I don't really like, it's an historic shirt, and ultimately if Liverpool win stuff in these shirts, who kind of cares? It becomes iconic in its own way. I think this is probably my least favourite of the 3 so far, maybe. It's fine. I do quite like it. My dad loves it, by the way. My dad thinks it's the best home shirt that Liverpool have had probably since that Istanbul shirt, because he just loves red shirts with as basic details as possible. But what do you want? Do you want more going on? What do you think? What do you want from the away kits to follow as well? Let me know. Anyway, that is us. That's all the detail you're going to need on that, right? Yeah, sure. Perfect. In-depth. First hands-on review of Liverpool's home kits. Yeah, and please, as I say, if you're going to order it, do get it through our affiliate link anyway. Up the brand new shirt, Reds.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out that video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want even more Liverpool goodness in your lives, head on over to redmenplus.com now and sign up to Redmen Plus. We've got interviews, features, documentaries, as well as our vast array of weekly shows. So yeah, redmenplus.com, sign up to Redmen Plus now.